Hey guys, hello everyone. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes for some more people to join. We'll get started. Hi everyone, welcome. We are just waiting for 30 more seconds. All right. Uh, Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for taking the time to join us today during this year-end rush. And I hope and I wish you all the best in these closing days of the year. I hope you achieve everything that you planned for during this year and close on high numbers. My name is Madhur, and I work with Odyssey Energy Solutions. This welcome all of you to this webinar, which is towards solutioning for expanding access to financing for solar EPC companies across India. Uh, Before we get into the details, I want to acknowledge something that many of you on this call already know very well. Uh, India's solar market is growing incredibly fast, especially in the CNI segment, and thousands of MSMEs today want to adopt solar because electricity costs are rising, energy costs, as we all know recently, are rising, and reliability is often an issue. Uh, but despite this demand, many solar projects still don't see COD. And the reason is usually not technology, but it is more to do with the procurement, working capital constraints, and the long-term financing for these projects. Uh, what we've seen is that customers often want solar installed in their premises, but they are unable to afford the upfront cost associated with installing the solar. Uh, EPCs want to execute projects but get stuck because financing approvals take too long or procurement requires working capital. And this is exactly the gap that this program, BrightBuild from Odyssey and DMI, is designed to solve. Uh, Today in this session, uh, we will cover who we are, uh, who is our NBFC partner, the key challenges that EPCs are facing today, uh, how this program is solving those challenges, how the main two issues, which is related to procurement, working capital, and financing of long term of this projects, uh, how the process works, and most importantly, how you as an EPC can get started with us. Uh, so to start with, who we are, let me just give you a quick introduction to Odyssey. Odyssey is one of the world's largest climate technology platforms. We are focused on scaling distributed renewable energy. Today, we work with 6,000 plus installers and EPCs globally. Uh, there are about 30 OEMs who are empaneled with us for your procurement requirements. Uh, we have partnered with them over a period of time since we started. way back in 2017. And there are multiple financiers and investors on board, including the likes of World Bank, IFC, NetBank, SocGen, amongst others. Through our platform, we bring together technology, financing, and supply chain support to accelerate renewable energy capital into renewable energy sector. In total, as you can see from my screen, we have supported the deployment of about 3.3 million solar systems globally, helping developers and EPCs access capital and equipment easily. Now, what this means for EPCs like you is very simple. We help remove the barriers that you might be facing and leading to slowdown in your project executions. Uh, as you can see from our from my slide now that we are already having more than 53 financing programs across the globe. You can see which are the countries globally that we are currently operating in. This is just a gist of how we work, where we are based, and our presence uh, uh, across the world. Coming to uh, our partner lender, DMI Finance. So I would like to introduce them. They are one of India's leading digital lending platforms. They were founded in 2008. They have built a strong technology driven platform that serves over 18 million customers, and they cover about 95% of India's pin codes. Uh, they have already disbursed about 7.6 billion US dollars in loans since their inception across multiple segments like consumer finance, MSME financing, housing finance, amongst others. The the key thing to understand is that DMI has built a fully digital credit infrastructure, which focuses on quicker loan approvals compared to your traditional lenders, and which is which is why speed that they offer is far better than any other traditional player. And we all know how much speed is critical when it comes to execution of these solar projects. Uh, we've partnered with them only very recently, and we plan to deploy long-term financing for supporting these solar projects that we plan to through this BrightBuild program. Uh, before we move ahead, uh, there is a poll that we are trying to conduct to understand whether what we feel and what you know are similar. Basically, the challenges uh, when it comes to financing MSME solar projects. So by now there must be a poll on your screen. We would request you to take some time, and I'll take a pause here so that you can answer this. I hope you have gotten the chance to um, answer the poll. what we are trying to understand from the poll is whether uh, what we understand from the market and what the problems that you are facing align. Uh, okay, thank you for your responses. Uh, we can see that what we feel that we actually align on the biggest challenges that EPCs are facing right now. Uh, Coming back to the key challenges that EPCs are facing when it comes to setting up these projects. Now, these are typically two major pain points that we've seen. One is the financing challenges where customers want solar, but when it comes to paying the upfront cost of 30-50 lakhs, which is associated, many hesitate. Um, Loan approvals through the traditional method can take weeks or sometimes months, which delays project execution and sometimes deals to fall through. Uh, there is another challenge which comes uh, as a procurement challenge for EPCs, where the prices of the modules, the equipments, they fluctuate, and without any confirmed financing for their customer or your customer, uh, there is a risk which is associated for you when you are trying to procure and order equipment. These challenges together slow down both execution and limit your growth, and which is why uh, BrightBuild program is trying to address both of these challenges, where we can support your equipment procurement requirements and arrange long-term financing for your projects through our partner lender DMI. Now, uh, how BrightBuild is actually giving a better solution is, so BrightBuild is essentially a one-stop solution, which is designed to simplify your CNI solar projects for your MSME customers. Uh, I'll just try to tell you how all of these four buckets is going to ensure that or redefine how EPCs can build these projects for your customers. Uh, First of all, we have a network of pre-empaneled uh, more than 100 EPCs which are already on our platform who submit projects for this program. Uh, the approval process is very straightforward, like we discussed. Uh, we offer up to 7-year loans for your customer within 72 hours of submission. Uh, the quality is assured through our procurement-led global platform, uh, where you can be rest assured about the quality of equipment and the best prices, considering our partner OEMs across the globe, in India, locally, wherever support is required. And of course, another business stream for you in the form of operations and maintenance, which uh, we incorporate that part, the cost associated with operation and maintenance, into the loan itself. So that helps you in building another work stream, another business stream for you. Now, the benefits, like we discussed, uh, considering DMI's digital process, the approvals are faster. Uh, Given our global procurement platform, the project starts on time. The quality of the equipment is ensured. The steady O&M revenue, like we discussed, uh, and of course, because there is already a sanction from our partner lender, there is full visibility of payments once the project is commissioned. through the loan which is disbursed by DMI. For MSMEs, you have access to our empaneled EPCs and quality equipment. There is quick credit decision, as I said, 3 days. There are no hard collateral requirements. Uh, the EMI, we try to make it 85% of your total savings from the solar. We try to fix it at 85% so that uh, there is no additional cash outflow that the customer or the MSME has to plan for. And as I said, since the EPC is going to take care of the O&M, you can expect sustained performance from the project. Uh, Now coming to our uh, network of OEM manufacturers through which we facilitate procurement. Uh, as you can see, the biggest of names are displayed on my screen here, which is Longi Solar, Jinko, Alpha ESS. These are large global players. So uh, apart from this, we do have Indian OEMs, multiple, where through which you can do your domestic procurement as well. We also have a specialized staff, a procurement team, a dedicated procurement team at your uh, perusal who handle the end-to-end supply chain for you, acting as your extended supply chain arm. Uh, you are going to get cost-effective alternatives from Odyssey, considering our network, and there is real-time visibility about uh, the production of the equipment to dispatch to delivery and a real-time dashboard uh, that you can access. Now, before we move on to how the program works, I just thought we should talk a little bit more about the customer side of the equation, the MSME side of the equation. We all know MSMEs are the backbone of India's economy. They contribute about 30 to 40% of total industrial output, maybe 40 to 45% of total exports. But energy costs are still a major burden for them. And across many states, industrial electricity tariffs range from about 8 to 10 per unit. Commercial tariffs can reach maybe 14 per unit. And, and diesel generator backup power can cost in excess of 20 rupees per unit. So energy often represents more than 10 to 15% of operating costs for the MSMEs. So when a business installs solar, the impact is immediate. It reduces electricity bills, it improves margins, and it gains energy reliability. But again, the biggest barrier is still upfront capital, and which is why financing is so important, and that's how uh, BrightBuild, our program in partnership with the DMI, is going to help these customers in all the ways that we can. Now, coming to how exactly the program works. Uh, First of all, we start with the EPC empanelment process, where the EPC submits certain information which is very basic in nature. Uh, your last 2 years annual reports, your order book, uh, your past track record, etc. Uh, those once the EPC gets empaneled with us, they can start referring those projects that they are currently executing or in process of executing or are in the final stages of getting it finalized. They can submit those leads to Odyssey. Those leads can be evaluated, assessed, and passed on to DMI based on the borrower and the project information submitted by EPC. Once DMI approves the loan for the particular project, uh, Odyssey can help you procure equipment with credit available for the equipment procurement. Once the project is commissioned, DMI disburses the loan on the project, and EPC continues to provide O&M services throughout the project loan. So basically, starting from empanelment, which is about 2 to 3 days from the submission by EPC, we move on to the project leads that we take from the EPC and submit to DMI. DMI conducts the underwriting process, as we said, in less than 3 days. EPC procures equipment for that project from Odyssey, again with available credit, and implements the project. Once the project is implemented, commissioned, the loan is disbursed by DMI, and EPC can continue to provide the O&M services throughout the project loan. Now, I'll just speak a little bit about how how can EPCs get started with us. The empanelment process, like we discussed in the previous slide, is pretty straightforward. These are the basic information that we usually obtain for empanelment. Uh, we assign the equipment. Once the EPC is empaneled with us, we also assign a credit limit for their procurement requirements. This is essentially to help them bridge their working capital gaps that we've seen that usually EPCs face. Uh, Once we have assigned the credit limit, we sign an empanelment agreement with the EPC so as to officially onboard them on our platform, and then they can start submitting the leads to Odyssey for those projects that they are executing for their MSME customers. Now, coming to the advantages that EPCs will have, which although we've covered it in detail now, but I'll just take a little pause here so that you can see through uh, this slide once. These are all similar to helping you procure equipment on credit so that you can do more and more projects and at a faster pace. With the confirmed financing from our partner lender DMI, uh, the risk of procurement or ordering equipment considerably reduces. Uh, there are faster collections and reduced working capital cycle, quality equipment supplies for the project. If since you will be using us Odyssey as the procurement arm, we will be taking care of the entire quality check of the equipment, and of course the built-in business stream of O&M, which is an added advantage to all EPCs who work with us. Now, this is the in our first phase uh, of this particular program. We we have a certain EPC profile in mind that we are trying to help out with their projects, and this is how it. This is a kind of a sample EPC profile for you to see. Uh, Meanwhile, I just wanted to remind everyone that if you have any kind of questions that you regarding the presentation, the BrightBuild program, I would like you to please use our Q&A and chat box to write those questions so that we can take all of that up in our Q&A. We are currently working with or looking for partnerships, LLPs, companies with 3 years vintage and who have a track record of at least 50 megawatt EPC work done till date. You can see the uh, basic requirements in our first phase that we have launched with this program. Now, this is the sample project profile that we are trying to onboard in this first phase of our launch partnership with DMI. Usually, the project capex for project capacities between, let's say, 50 kilowatt to 800, 900 kilowatt is similar to this range. And a contribution margin from the customer is expected to be in the range of 15 to 30%. Loan tenor, as we said, is available up to 7 years for these projects. The customers for whom you are building the projects, they should have a vintage of at least 24 months. And there is no collateral requirement as uh, as is the case for banks. Uh, I can see one question from Prashant. Uh, if the financing is the financing only for solar solutions or for clean technologies as well, like heat pumps, electric boilers? Uh, Prashant, I'd like to mention that as of now, we are focused towards supporting solar projects, uh, but we would be keen to know about the clean technologies that you are speaking of, and and you could get in touch with us and let us know what is it that you are exactly looking for, and we can probably explore something like that. But the BrightBuild program is particularly designed for solar projects as of now. But we are happy to have a chat in case you need to know more. Okay. Uh, this is all that we have uh, about the BrightBuild program. Uh, I'd like to sum up uh, here about the entirety in a little summary. So if you are an EPC company who's looking to grow in the small CNI solar segment, this program can help you close more projects, reduce your working capital pressure, uh, access reliable equipment through our procurement platform, and offer financing to your MSME customers. Uh, to to start with, the next step is very, very simple for all of you EPCs who've taken the time to join us today. You can start with getting empaneled on our platform and start submitting project opportunities to us. Uh, Mr. Sejo, yes, we define small CNI as up to 1 megawatt projects. That's correct. So coming back, in order to get empaneled, you can see the information in on this particular slide. Uh, and if you want to get in touch with us directly, or send us an email, or you can just go to our platform, for which you can see the contact form is available in the chat box. You can email me directly for any questions that you might be having regarding this program, regarding the EPC empanelment, uh, or any other questions that you might be having. Uh, before before we close out, we want to open the floor for any other questions that you guys might be having regarding the program. I'm happy to answer all of that. I can see one question from Ghanshyam Shikawat. Hi, Ghanshyam. Uh, how is this different than an aggregator model. Okay. Uh, Not really. So we are, since we are a global procurement platform, we actually are uh, not much different than an aggregator platform. But how we can help you in any manner is our tie-ups are with OEMs, with EPCs, with registered vendors are far more and useful in terms of uh, getting you the right prices, uh, ensuring that the equipment you procure is of great quality. The due diligence is conducted by Odyssey before onboarding any vendor on our platform. We are happy to work with your OEMs that you are currently working with, where you have maybe uh, agreed on certain prices, agreed on a certain specification of equipment. That is also something that we are open to do. But how we act is, even though we do act as a aggregator platform, uh, but you get access to many such OEMs, manufacturers, uh, or if you are a MSME, then I am panel EPC with us. So the credibility of the EPC for project execution is, you can be rest assured that it will be better and higher than uh, what you or who you may be working with currently. I hope that answers your question, Ghanshyam. Yes, yes, Ghanshyam. Since our presence is global, and if you do have projects that you have bid for or won in different countries, we've seen that a lot of EPCs are exploring places like Africa. We do have a large presence in Africa. We have a presence in countries, in European countries also. So, uh, if you are asking whether we can help you build something in a different geography, uh, I think I think building something from scratch in a different geography is something that you need to explore, and you need to see whether your business fits that requirement, or is it something that you want to do. But yes, if you already have a project, you already have a slight presence, and you need uh, vendors or OEMs for your equipment requirements, or even an EPC for your execution requirements, we can definitely help you scale your business in other countries as well. Uh, Thanks, Dio. Thank you for your question. Um, your question is a little, I think, can you finance small project below 50 kilowatt to 1 megawatt? So, are you saying below 50 kilowatt or below 1 megawatt? Yes. So the DMI program is the BrightBuild program is designed for uh, projects with average capacities below 1 megawatt. Yes, this program is particularly designed to address that only. And yes, with 5 to 7 years, it's actually up to 7 years. So uh, yeah, I hope that answers. Mr. Diop, I would like I would like to I need more apart from what guarantee from EPC. Okay. No, we are not asking for any guarantee from EPC regarding the loan. But yes, since the EPC will be empaneled with us, they will be taking care of the O&M requirements for the particular project. And the cost of O&M is usually or is expected to be built in the loan itself. So, if you are looking for a guarantee in terms of the efficiency of the project, so yes, if the O&M is built into the project loan, yes, it works kind of like a guarantee since the EPC will be taking care of O&M for the project. So, mm, thank you, Ashim, for that question. What essentially are the coverages of insurance under this program? Uh, it will be a standard one. I don't think there is a separate. I don't think we do it separately. It is usually part of the equipment cost itself. Since we will be doing the due diligence of the quality check and everything, the insurance will be in place for the equipment. And when you say approx premium, it is completely dependent on the equipment. So I'm not sure if you have something in mind. Maybe you could share me some more details. I could share a ballpark number with you. Prashant, if you are there on this call, uh, I would like.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm there.
uh, there is one question from Ashim asking what essentially are the coverages of the insurance under this program and how much will be the approximate premium. I have tried to answer that
Yeah,
question, but if there's something you want to add, I will
sure,
be.
sure. Thanks. Thank you, Ashim, for asking that question. Essentially, we want to, or like any lender would want the asset to be insured, a standard insurance for the asset needs to be availed here. Uh, with the insurance policy assigned to the lender. That's it, which will cover your normal earthquake, fire, all risks and standard provisions. The Again, the premium would vary from insurance provider to insurance provider, and also what kind of coverage is being taken. But that's a quotation that can be provided at that time.
Hashim, we hope uh, that we've tried to cover what you requested, but in case you have any follow-up questions, we are happy to answer. Uh, I can see another question in Q&A from Mr. Shyam Sundar. Can you do project financing? Mr. Shyam Sundar, this program is for project financing through our partner lender DMI, who will be underwriting the loan for these projects. So yes, although project financing is not directly done by Odyssey, but this partnership with DMI allows us to confirm you that we can facilitate project financing for your needs as required. We go up to 2 crores of loan per project, so about estimated capex of 2.5 crores with a 20% contribution from your customer. Hence we go up to 2 crore of loan per project, up to 7 years tenor, and uh, competitive interest rates, considering DMI is a large NBFC and backed by Japanese investors, so we can offer better rates. Okay. We have currently working on 20 megawatt project in Maharashtra. Okay. That's great, Mr. Shamsundar. Please let us know a little bit more about the project. Although the scale of the project that you are working on uh, might require, yes, yes, might require larger amount. Uh, but it's something that can be explored with our partner lender, and we would request you to get in touch with us uh, on my or Prashant's contact number on the screen, which is displayed. Feel free to check out the chat box where we have listed out our email IDs as well. Please feel free to drop your questions in the chat or the Q&A box. Mr. Shyam Sundar, your questions are noted. I would request you to please uh, mail us, call us on our numbers, and uh, we'll be happy to support you in those projects. It's great to see that you have leased the land. All right. I see that since there are no more questions, I want to thank you all for joining us today in this webinar. Uh, if you are interested in becoming a BrightBuild EPC partner, uh, please get in touch with us. Uh, and we are excited to work with EPC partners like you to accelerate solar adoption across India. And just to end on note, uh, have a happy FY26, close on a high, and please get in touch for any requirements that you might have. Thank you so much.